Hi tubers, it's Lotus in the house. Today I'm talking about moving into my car. Majority of the videos you see here on YouTube are people who have already moved into their car, they're already living the life. I hardly see anyone posting anything about transitioning from moving an apartment or home, to moving into your car. So for the longest time, this is my first apartment. I was just, I don't know, after a while it just made sense that I was paying for a leased square unit, that wasn't my property. So I got into the van life and van dwelling and Hotel Prius on YouTube, and I started doing some research. Found out that it was very interesting, people were saving for, big things or, just a different lifestyle, and it looked interesting to me. So, yeah, so I've been researching for about a year because my lease, of course, when I started looking into this, my lease didn't end until that following year, which is this year. And it's very interesting again. So then I decided, I was just like, I'm gonna move into my car. I didn't tell very many people until this year. I told two friends. They're both very concerned about it, but they didn't have as much education on it as they do now. So what I've done after researching is gradually donating and selling my items to the flea market. So donate to Goodwill or Salvation Army, can't say army. And that has really helped the size of belongings that I've had. And I really understand that you also have to minimalize as well. You can't be buying stuff every Friday when you live in your car, because that's your space, that's all you have. You have to go back down to the basics. So after I gradually, I have notes. After I gradually donated and sold as much items as possible, then I started getting into the more harder things of thinking of moving into the car. Like, I'm used to being in an apartment, being able to cook, things are easily ready for you to access. Everything is readily accessible versus in a car. Like, for example, when you need to use the bathroom, you got to find a place to actually use the bathroom, versus living in an apartment, you just walk to the bathroom, you're done. Cooking, some people have those 2-burner stoves. You got to, park and find a spot where nobody's going to bother you for cooking there. Or if you might eat uncooked types of foods like salads and whatnot, you might go to Walmart, things like that. It's just changing the mindset of being in and having everything taken care of in one place to possibly having to go to different places to get things done, like showers and whatnot. Another thing that was hard is also telling family and friends, especially if you have family members that are very close to you and they're like, no, why do you want to live in your vehicle when you can live with me and you can live with me? It's just like, okay, but are you going to let me live with you rent free? I don't think so. So that has been the final challenge, that I'm working on, is deciding whether or not if it's important enough to tell, friends, close friends or certain family members. I'm sorry. I saw a car there. I get easily distracted. So I've been making that decision. And then another hard thing is, planning for safety, parking in a correct spot where, where it's not a subdivision where people will be calling the cops late at night, or if it's, just trying to keep safe as a single female, those type of things. The two things that I've come up with so far is pepper spray and maybe a taser gun. Taser. I'll have to say taser gun. Nobody says that anymore. But yeah, so I was thinking of that. Getting that. And then another thing, just mapping out how I'm going to set up my vehicle. That's another thing to consider. My windows aren't tinted, so I would need to cover everything up. I had planned on I had bought some blackout curtains And I know it's gonna mess up the interior of my baby, but I'm gonna pin up those curtains up here in this little felt area across the way. And then I have that back window, of course, I have to do that. And then I could drape something across these two seats, you know, and then I have this for my front window. So I could do that. And it's too bad I don't have a sunroof. Why? I want a sunroof in my car. You know, there's things like condensation, because, you know, a human being inside a vehicle, you can build up condensation if it's colder outside because you're warmer inside and you're breathing. So I got to figure out, you know, condensation. So sometimes it can get a little stressful when you're, you know, planning, making the decision, you finalizing. So one of the things I'm trying to teach myself, not stress about it. You know, this is just, we're going down to the basics. It's pretty simple. It's pretty self-explanatory. We're just going from one type of lifestyle to another. And other than the setup of the vehicle, you know, you just got to think of the necessities like food, water. This is a shelter. And then your clothes, and then, you know, your income if you work, or if you're gonna do freelance work, if you're gonna travel around the States. I'm personally not. I'm just staying put. So I have a job. I'm just not living in an apartment. It's the only difference. And yeah. And then so I do want to get a house. I want to get a tiny house eventually. And so some of my belongings are going to be in storage because I don't want to get rid of absolutely everything, but there are majority things that I won't be needing. I'm going to either donate, get rid of, or sell. Similar things. I got a private mailbox address for any mail or important documents that I would need. Have a gym membership to take a shower. Ugh, I know people always seem to ask, like, if I do, like, feel confident enough to tell somebody I'm going to move into my car, the first thing they ask me, where are you going to shower? And it's like, the gym. But I guess people just don't realize that gyms have, you know, showers and stuff. They figure, oh, you're going to be living in your car, you're going to be all stinky, you're not going to, it's like, why would I do that if, you know, there was options to go take a shower? But anyway, that's one of the first questions they ask. That and where are you going to use the bathroom? There's bathrooms everywhere you go. I mean, hello? Neither here nor there. And so, yeah, that's about it. Those are the I guess you could say 5 things that you consider when moving into your vehicle. You know, again, the biggest thing I hope you take away from this is not to stress out. Don't stress out. You know, it's going to be all right. You know, telling family members and friends if they try to convince you otherwise, it is up to you. It's your decision whether or not you move into your vehicle or not. You know, if you're an adult, you know, that's your decision. So don't feel bad about it. A lot of people are doing it. It's not just you. And just have fun with it. And I will update I will do a little bit of a series of a diary for about a week of what it's like, what it's been like from living in my car for a week. And I'll do a vlog on it. And but yeah, so this is my channel. Subscribe, hit the little bell down below so I'll update videos per month. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. You have a good one. Bye.